The reason I chose the wall instead of the canvas is the wall is so big. It's larger than life. You can do things that other people are intimidated by. You can show your true strength on a wall. My name is DEXOS the artist, but it's DEXOS the lover, DEXOS the monster, DEXOS the human, DEXOS the anything. So I guess my name is DEXOS. I think that art is a way for anybody to express their inner self to other people. It's like a communication tool. So I think that art has been, if you look at the cave paintings, people have been documenting what's happening around them and how they feel about it and all this sort of thing. And I think that it's very important as an outlet and as a way to change the world and communicate with people on a global, deep level. I use my art to impact the community as far as trying to send a message of peace, love, harmony, taking care of the planet, really very, very planet-centered, very human-centered. I think that we are perfect beings that are just and we behave incorrectly, we damage ourselves, but we have such a beautiful existence. And if you look at the earth itself, it's so amazing and just so full of life. The concept of life is so incredible. And so, yeah, that's what I think I use my art to just express beauty and express joy and express life. If you notice, my work is all very bright and a lot of flowers and colorful and this type of thing. And I think that it's very important. A lot of artists focus on the death, and especially in graffiti, there's a lot of horror stuff, a lot of monsters and blood, and I'm not into that. When I would go out and do graffiti, even illegal graffiti, I would always think of it like a flower blooming in the middle of the night. There was just a wall there, and all of a sudden, a flower bloomed really fast, even if it's just a tag. There's opposition everywhere when it comes to graffiti. First of all, just publicly, the police getting arrested, getting beat up, getting chased. And then there's also the, homeowners, or not homeowners because you don't spray on houses, but business owners, anything like that. In New York, they do spray on, buildings where people live. So, there's shootings, there's all sorts of stuff. There's a big, anti-graffiti movement. And I mean, it makes sense. No one asked me to come up to the wall and paint it in the middle of the night. They might think I'm a burglar crawling on the rooftop. Like, what is this guy doing here at 2 in the morning? I've always been an artist. Ever since I was born, the calling to be an artist is just natural. I've always done it. I've never had an art class. Yeah, as a matter of fact, in art classes when I was in elementary school, the teacher told me I sucked because I would do graffiti stuff, and she hated it. And actually, the one thing that I did was I moved to a city named Gainesville where there was a wall that was legal. Basically, anybody could paint it. So all I would do is sleep all day and then just get drunk at night and go paint. And I would use the cheapest paint possible and just paint all the time, And by using the cheapest paint possible, it gave me really good technique. And I always had a really good eye, but spray paint is very difficult for anyone that's ever tried it. Everyone knows that it's extremely difficult. So using the worst paint with the worst caps, the worst everything, and making it look good allowed me to, once I got the better paint and that type of thing, to really create some very good work. Well, I've painted illegally in several countries, all over the United States. I painted in Canada, I painted in Spain, in Holland, in Belgium, France, England, and Japan. And I've been lucky enough to do that sort of thing. I've been chased away by police in Barcelona, in Amsterdam. And I think that it's very important for people to travel and to experience what else is out there and to realize that this little bubble that they live in, there's more out there than just that. To young artists who are just starting out that aren't sure if they can make a difference or not, if you're an artist, you're always going to be an artist. Like I said, I've sold insurance. I have a finance degree. I'm currently going to be a chiropractor. I'm not an artist, I am an artist in my soul. I didn't go to art school, I didn't do any of that sort of thing. I'm not trying to make my living by art, even though I did do that. I had a tattoo shop and I was selling paintings and everything for a year, but it took the love away from art. It turned it into a job. So if you're an artist, just be an artist. You're always going to be an artist. Continue to survive and live and grow, but be an artist. I want my work to change things for the more positive, to remind people that they are alive, that TV doesn't exist, that they should read a book or go fight somebody or go fish or something, go dig in the dirt, do a handstand, do a cartwheel. Be alive. If you want to be a great artist or a great human, the great human Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. If you have a change that you want to make, then make sure that you use your voice to make that change. Whatever your voice may be. Be something positive. Don't just be alive, a consumer. Don't just sit there eating chips and watching TV. Create something. If you like TV, create a show. Be a film crew. Be something. Be somebody. And be the change you wish to see in the world by living your life. Don't watch other people live. Don't be afraid to live. Just be who you are. Dare to be different. Be the change you wish to see in the world by living your own life.